Hi, thanks for stopping by. I am going to move the movie recording up and over to here. Let's get going. So, I'm Greg with the Calendar Invite Server team. This is a project that is moving along here for 2026. We are in the midst of the middle of the year and moving into August. So, let's get going. This is just a quick recap on our tech stack. So if you look at our technology today, the way it ships from a packaging perspective is that it is on AWS. So this thing at the top in this bounded line here is a CloudFormation template. The stack is a whole bunch of functions and lambdas that are super cool. If you're an AWS person, you'd understand all this stuff. But the good news is you don't need to understand much. It will install into a AWS account in less than 40 minutes. And you'll be up and running. So the Calendar Invite server is shipping today in a CloudFormation template for all y'all that are familiar with the AWS marketplace. And how it works is essentially at a high level, what organizers do that have your create command. Your create command is create at your domain in your AWS SES account. This function is set up when you install the Calendar Invite server. We auto install it for you, actually. And you tell your organizers what create at your domain address is, and they start sending calendar invites to that domain. Essentially, they copy their calendar invites. And what we do here in this first box is we ingest them into the email address. Anything for new, update, or delete, we track the UID of the calendar client itself for the event itself. And when we ingest it, we disassemble the calendar invite from the calendar event from your organizer calendar client of your customer. And we disassemble it, we store it, and then our REST API can be used in any of the supporting applications, emails, or workflows we support in landing pages. So what I'm showing you here is ingest over here. We disassemble it. Upon recall, we take the REST API itself and reassemble the calendar invite, and then we send it out using the SES raw AWS API, and we send that data out this pipeline here. You see where my mouse is. Our get access APIs are here. These APIs call the API gateway, and they build out the display data here in all our different interfaces in which we've built. And we have many different interfaces. Today, we're demonstrating the calendar invite server console here. You'll see something which is a generator for decorating landing pages. I've decorated the page here. I've showed you all that we're displaying the 2,500 events for the MLB. This page is shared with a customer, someone like Mandy. She comes in and picks out the calendar invites off her picker in the schedule. She clicks two buttons, gets the calendar invites, and then the person or the organizer that owns the calendar invite server, this data, you can see here, yes, no, maybe, is sent back to the calendar invite server API inbound, or what's called ingress API here. And then we collect the calendar invitations on a per UID basis. And those show up here in the reporting panels in the Calendar Invite server interface. So as we move through it, you'll see that we display data at a GUI level through these APIs. So these APIs up here, as I showed you, API gateway, we're actually calling anything that's in the database itself for the organizer for upcoming events. So that data is displayed in these interfaces. You'll see it there. And what I'm going through here in these bounded red boxes is showing you the various APIs in which we call for display data or for actually event reporting in our interfaces. You'll see up here there's one master API, which is the REST API for calling calendar invites out of email templates, out of landing pages, and out of apps. And that's the send calendar invite, single invitation send. That sends a particular calendar invite when a button is clicked for a particular UID that's embedded into a landing page. So this workflow here, someone like Greg is shared the MLB schedule. He picks out what games he wants to go to using the display interface for the scheduler. Puts in his email address. He clicks a couple buttons here, and he gets sent the particular games in which he wants to be sent. And what he has done here is said yes, no, maybe, hits the API gateway, goes back to this bucket here, and then we display and store this data using Lambdas in the analytics engine, using this display call API to build out this page here for deep analytics on this particular game that Greg picked off the landing page itself. And that's our unique secret sauce for the calendar invite server, is we're able to do this high level of granularity as well as load data at scale. So this organizer here sent 2,500 events through an automated process to the calendar invite server itself to build out a sports decorated page. And as we get through these interfaces, you'll see that we're extremely unique in the AWS marketplace. So another high level detail, I just walked you through that all. Greg puts in his email address, clicks a button, gets a calendar invite, we collect the data. And so our calendar invite server marketing hub here, as I've displayed here, can generate these cool pages, right? So these cool pages are generated just in a few seconds. They're generated and then you can deploy them. So I'm showing the scheduling page, the individual landing pages, which can be developed independently through our workflows that attach to the APIs I just showed you all. And then in particular, we can send bulk reminders to a list. So this interface is called the VIP Direct. Here in the calendar invite server campaign tool, click this button, I get an interface, I pick out a particular game or an event, in this case here, Orioles versus Tampa Bay Rays. I upload a list into choose file, I dump that file up there, I click the command yes, and the calendar invite is sent out to a bulk list of up to 1,000 or 2,000 people. We've been doing this for almost a decade and it works quite well for reminders. And then the other one I wanted to highlight here before I shut her down is under Marketing Hub, how we started the business. And that was we were able to generate these APIs and use the REST calendar invitation itself and embed this into a call to action in something like MailChimp. So we've tested this thousands of times with millions of calendar invites, and we have users from all over geographies across the world that use MailChimp, of course, every day. And this is how we started the business. So people come in and generate, they pick an event, they generate the particular code, they copy the code, they put it in the call to action button here. And then when you send out your MailChimp email to your list itself, when someone clicks get the invitation itself, it sends out a calendar invite. So if you need to know more, go to 31events.com. That's up and running. How it works, use cases, AWS deployment, our pricing and resources are all there. And thanks for stopping by here. Check out 31 Events and the calendar invite server. Thank you.